Welcome to the Rankin Podcast Reaction Show, where we go over our lists and talk about other random topics. And we ranked our favorite YouTubers, YouTube channels. And now we're going to talk about how you could probably be a pro video gamer in something, right?
Me?
Yeah. I wish I was remotely good enough to
Not
Madden or NCAA 14.
I would
On
say
Xbox 360.
I mean, I would say that I'm better than most at several games that I play, but I'm not good enough to be like a professional gamer, and I'm not entertaining enough to be a streamer.
That's clear.
Like so yeah, you have to be good and entertaining.
Right.
And
you have to
I'm for the most part only good.
be entertaining while being good.
Right.
Like,
well, you have to be entertaining while you're bad too. Like if Dr. Disrespect gets killed like in a one-on-one fight at the very beginning of the match, he has to be entertaining while he's just
waiting to
fucking seething.
Right.
Which is his character, so he just lets it all out and just starts raging. But yeah, I'm not good enough or entertaining enough to be a pro.
See that, like, because the main person that I work with at work is 58 years old and has no fucking comprehension how do people sit and watch somebody else play video games?
Okay, how do you sit and watch football or baseball or basketball?
And I'm like, well, it's like
you could go and play those video games. You can go to the Y and fucking shoot a layup too.
Right. But and it's hard to explain, like, well, these people are entertaining while they play this video game. I don't get the whole, like, donate, Venmo me money while I play. Like, that is, like, I could watch someone play video games, but the, like, here's my Venmo money, tip me. Like, no.
I've donated before.
Yeah, that's a whole foreign concept to me. Like, it's sort of like, it's like
some of
video game OnlyFans. And there's so much free porn out there. Why would I spend $6 a month for somebody else's?
So some
nudes?
of
it doesn't.
Some
make
of
sense
it's like having your comment written. Like if I have a really funny thing that I want to say, so I'll donate $5 and have them read it. So then
they
now
stroke
50,000. Yeah, strokes my ego a little bit.
Exactly what is going on.
But some of it, like I don't know how many hours I've watched of Dr. Disrespect. Hundreds probably. But then giving him $10 one time, I mean, that's worth 100 hours worth of entertainment. But he's fucking loaded. I counted up his donations like at any given point, and he's making $5 to $15,000 per 4-hour stream in donations and subscriptions and stuff.
Yeah, see, that's the, like, at some point, I would be better served with that $10 than giving it to.
So,
I don't pay for cable. I'm not gonna
Call of Duty pros. This last season for Call of Duty, the minimum salary was $50,000. Each team had 10 players on their team. Each team had between 7 and 12 players on their team at $50,000.
See, does that
plus each team had to pay $25 million to be part of the league?
Seriously?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But then, like, the winners get what was it? Each player won like 1.6 million for the championship, something like that.
It's just like that amount of money is crazy to me. But like,
here you go. Highest paid Call of Duty Pro updated September 6th was 1.2 million.
Does that become like work though?
Yes.
Like you don't.
You
don't enjoy it anymore, but you're doing it because you're.
So I think there is like some of them. I mean, they have to go to like scrims and stuff. So, hey, we have a tournament this weekend. We need to practice. So they're practicing 8 hours a day playing Call of Duty together. And so you have to know, I have to run to this spot on the map, get there first, and then throw a grenade over this building at this very particular spot after cooking it off for a second and a half, throw it, then run to this spot and throw a flash grenade here, and then I should be able to do this while my teammates are doing similar setups in other parts of the map in order to get the best position at the beginning of the map. So there's a bunch of strategy that goes into it.
I get
and
that,
so they
but
practice 8 to 16 hours a day doing that stuff.
But it's like, because I would, like, me
and you
sitting
can't
here right
stream
now,
scrims.
me sitting here right now, I'm like, I wish that I could be a professional video game player. And then I imagine that after like a month and a half of, I would be like, you know what?
Right.
I'm bored of this game or whatever. Like, so I would sit here and be like, man, I wish that I could do that. And then probably after a while, I'm like, you know what?
The thing is, we are too old to be legitimate professional video game players because our reaction time has declined so much.
That you gotta be Bronny James, basically.
A lot of like the best pros are 18 to 20 years old. So a lot of them start at like 14, hit their peak in their lower 20s, and then at 25, you're considered probably about too old to
You're
be
the
playing.
Adam Vinatieri of League of
I mean,
Legends.
there's one guy who's like 35 or 40 who's still doing ridiculously good.
He's the Tom Brady of Rocket League.
But yeah, so the whole world of video game streaming and esports and stuff like that is crazy. To 5 years ago, it wasn't
Nothing.
nearly
It was,
as
shit.
in college. You could post YouTube videos of your sniping montages from Call of Duty. And then a couple years later, it's like, oh, everybody's streaming on Twitch.
Everybody streams for 8 hours a day
and they make like $100 a day. That's really cool doing that. And then now people are signing like
millions of
Mixer
dollars.
paid out Ninja and Shroud like $40 million on contracts, exclusivity contracts that they signed. So they went stream for a year. Facebook bought out Mixer. Those two wanted to go back to Twitch, and they're like, just pay out my contract. So they got like $10 and $20 million respectively.
Which is not like, and I know like video games are bigger than TV or music and movies combined.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the average person realizes that, but it's just crazy to me that there's that much money involved.
So the same thing that I'm kind of like that old man shaking my fist, yelling at people to get off my lawn.
Yelling at clouds.
Unboxing videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't get that. It's like I'm gonna unwrap.
I don't give.
I'm gonna unwrap this this McDonald's toy from 1996. It's a zebra painted trackster. Ooh, look at it.
Yeah, it's in a plastic bag that you can see through right now.
Or
okay.
I'm gonna open up, and I've watched some of them too. Like I don't understand, but I watched a dude open up like 200 Pokemon cards one day, and then go through them
and decide if they're remotely valuable or
So it's like, this is an unopened Pokemon pack from 1994, and I bought it on eBay for like $5,000. Let's see what's in it. And then he got like a Charizard worth like $10,000 out of it. Which to me, I don't know why anybody would pay $10,000 for that stuff.
A shiny Charizard.
Right. So it that's me shaking my fist at the clouds, whereas I'm sure people listening to this are shaking their fist at me watching people play video games.
Right. I get that.
But we're going to leave this and go and watch football.
Right.
So
same thing.
Right. It's the same thing.
Do you want to play football in my yard for 4 hours rather than sit and watch the Browns? Like we could just do that instead. I'm just kidding. It's like raining outside, and I don't want to do anything. Like I'm not trying to get my heartbeat elevated on a Sunday. I'm not trying to do that. At the same time, I'm too lazy to play the video game. I'll just watch somebody else play it. All right. But there's all sorts of like funny video. Like I watch a bunch of like Red Dead Redemption 2 compilations where people fall off their horse or their horse falls off the train tracks and they die.
Oh, yeah, people failing is just as funny as people doing really good.
I almost want to watch you fail more than I want to watch you succeed.
Well, then don't watch my stream because it's just pure success.
There you go.
You can find me on Twitch at Donnie_G.
At Donnie_G. Twitch.
I've streamed once
Twitter.
in the last 4 years during a Call of Duty tournament.
It did not go well.
It did not go well. Reese could not hold up his end of our duos team in that tournament.
Did you let him know it?
He knows.
I didn't have to tell him. That's Donnie_G on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Garrett Seawright. You can find a podcast at Rankum Podcast. And we'll catch you next time right here on the Rankum Podcast.